sure that I'll find a way through a cloud of haze. Every day I whip, find how to live through all them cloudy days. You know the mind's a maze with all its mixtures. It's always hard to get the entire scope of the picture. 1080p, that's you other busters, yeah, obsolete. Can't fuck with me, excuse my French, but I'm not discreet. I wear my heart on my sleeve, but I've learned my lesson. I've learned 1996 birth, one of the greatest weapons untold. I'm destined to reach heights thought I could never see, but foolish thoughts rampage my heart and let me not reach the peaks that's entrusted to me. My belief shatter of past actions I grieve, but grievance never really matter. It's how I choose to act differently in the coming battles to overcome my limitations and get out my shadow. But it's hard to wade in this water where it was never shallow. Fuck it, let me get the paddles. Fuck that now, let me get this castle. Fuck that now, let me get this battle.
Welcome, anime enthusiasts, back to Squad Nero, the ultimate destination for all things anime. Whether you're a seasoned otaku or just taking your first steps into the captivating world of Japanese animation, you have found your home. I'm Rob, aka Sage, and with me today, I have, as always, my recurring brethren, Chef D, T Smooth, and Croco, your guides through the vast realms of creativity, epic adventures, and heartfelt stories that anime, animation, and gaming have to offer. Join us each week as we dive deep into the latest releases, explore hidden gems, and discuss the hottest topics in the Blurred community. Get ready for a journey filled with laughter, tears, and the unbridled passion that makes anime a truly unique art form. Without further ado, let the Anime Odyssey begin. Before we get into the thing, please like this thing up, subscribe, turn on that noti bell so that y'all are staying up to date with all the content. I would especially do it this week as we have some of our members from Squad Nero going to be at DreamCon, and we will be giving you live update feeds of what's going on throughout the day-to-days of DreamCon, so probably even some behind the scenes, and a little bit of the nightlife as well. So make sure y'all tapped in for that DreamCon this weekend in Houston. Meg Thee Stallion was announced. We are ready. Nonetheless, though, all my brethren, how are y'all doing today?
Well, I'm gonna start this off. You can take that like saying who's like here with you. It's not like you by yourself every Sunday or Monday. You could just say we here again. That's all. You don't have to announce all of us unless you have a guest or something.
What if niggas don't know y'all names? And
They should know our names by now.
And this is their first shit.
I'm a little with Rob.
It's new members, T. If we get 100 subscribers, you gotta say our name.
100. We aiming for 150.
This nigga was ready to dunk on the nigga.
So you want me to dunk on you?
I didn't say I wanted it, nigga. I said you was ready to.
I'm just saying. You trying to catch that Gideon right on cowboy dunk?
Okay.
You want to be famous?
This is feeling really awkward.
With a ninja nuts in your
That
face?
sounded crazy.
That's D. Croco. How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
No. Don't cut me off. Don't cut me off.
We might need to, T, because I don't know what you using a whole bunch of phrases that's just making me want to call.
I got this. Okay. Well, besides that, besides
somebody,
that, yeah. HR.
Yeah, we're HR. We need to call HR.
Well, with that being said, I am looking forward to this weekend coming up. I've had my fun last year, which we was trying to get content. I was enjoying myself in my first DreamCon last year. This year, it's all about business while still having fun in the process. You want to see a whole bunch of content. Working alongside Blurred, our boy Otis, the director of content. Some good things coming. You're going to see some random moments that we're going to be bringing onto the floor. You're going to get announcements. Besides that, want to give everybody an announcement, though. Blurred is having a Marvel Rivals Tournament June 21st, I believe, 21st and 22nd of June. Come get your team of 6 and come catch these hands.
Are you already a part of a team?
Come get your team and come catch these hands.
Are you already a part of a team?
Like I said, come get your team.
Yeah.
Nigga don't want
giving
to
us
answer because
shade.
he know he left
Yeah.
niggas off the team. Nigga,
doing
yo,
niggas shady.
boy.
I ain't
Y'all
on no
see it
team.
live and direct.
Here's the thing.
How this nigga
I ain't on no team right now. I ain't
He
on no team
said-
right now.
he said
I'm
he
a
don't give
walking
He
free
he
agent.
basically said he don't give a fuck about
I'm-
none of you new niggas. Y'all should already know our names. Nigga, God forbid a nigga
here's the
trying to
thing.
learn something.
Here's
And
the
then
thing. Hold up.
he joined the tournament
Hold up.
and ain't even invite
I didn't join
his
the tournament
family.
yet.
Oh, whose team you a part of? Answer the question.
I'm not a part of no team yet. I still got to get my team together.
Why
I'm
it
fielding
take you so long
offers.
to answer that?
But
Why
I'm
it take
fielding
you so long to
offers.
answer that?
Everybody
You're
got to
fielding
play their role. That's all I got to say. Sometimes you don't play your role, Rob. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to fill my offers
I
out.
play my role.
No, you do
beautifully
not.
on my
No, you do not.
role.
No, you do not.
Niggas, wow.
Do I need to pull your stats up?
You can.
You want me to pull your stats up?
Go ahead.
Yo, D.
See, I've been
Crackles,
getting better.
I'll let y'all go ahead and do
I
your
don't know if
thing.
I'm
Hold
tournament
up.
ready. I don't know if I'm tournament ready, but
This man
I
wanted
would
to
do it
pull
for
his stats
Squad
up.
Nero.
We waiting.
Hold up. Keep going. Talk about what y'all gonna be. Y'all want to
He
do
gonna
at DreamCon and all that good stuff. I'm about to find this.
Yeah. All right. So Krakow is the only one of the members that's not going. So D, I'm gonna ask you, what are you
Yeah.
most excited for?
My bad.
Yeah.
Nigga ain't showing up. But I'm most excited for the networking. Let me stop playing. I'm excited for these parties, man. I'm excited for everything going on after the convention. Meg being there, that's cool. Everybody walking around, mingling, politicking, that's cool. But it's Houston. It's Houston, Texas. We've been in Austin. We've been on 6th Street. That's cool. But it's like, bro, I'm excited for Rob to be able to experience Houston from Thursday to Sunday. That's number one. Number two is definitely excited to see everybody at George R. Brown, seeing the vendors, seeing the art that they're going to have on display this year. The different breakout groups and everything is going to be cool because there's more than enough space at George R. Brown for everybody to get into some of these events. Even if they didn't RSVP, there's still going to be a lot of space. So I think the overall weekend is just going to be exciting, though.
All right.
But the late night, yes, sir.
Even though you're not going, Niall, what's some things that you're excited for even us to try and
the networking for sure. It was from literally every. Okay, as a group, there was a lot of members from our podcast last year who was their first time going. So I think that kind of brought it just kind of bring its own excitement and thrill. But I think that this time around, you already kind of know what to expect. I think everybody just can kind of go into it, trying to figure out how they can kind of represent Squad Nero, also represent themselves to the fullest. So I'm excited about that for you guys. Outside of that, it's some things I can't share on camera that I'm excited
we ain't talking
for
about
y'all
that.
for DreamCon.
Rebound.
But I am. I do think that you guys will have a good time. It being in Houston, I imagine, I can
2-7,
pretty much imagine that it's going to be a completely. Oh, here we
5-5,
here
4-9, 9-11, 3-3.
Bypass all the ones that's green.
How did you even bring up his stats?
Yeah, what the hell?
Tracker.gg.
How did you?
T is a generational hater.
44% win rate.
Absolutely.
44%. Bring mine up. Okay, bring mine up.
Bring yours.
You just search people's names. Can you search mine?
Can you search
50%. 73 wins.
You win it by 3.6%, my brother. 3.6%.
73 wins compared to your what?
I don't play the game as much.
Your win rate 44%. My win rate 50.
Okay.
Hold on, let me see my. Can you do? Is it just for PC?
20. 6%. One bad game, then the rest of that 20, 23, 22, 17, 10, 6, 5, and 18 assists, carrying the team. 26 and 0.
6, 5, and 18.
Hold on, you be using
Girl, Namor. Not more. Mr. Nimbus.
Now, how many of these games was you playing with somebody?
So many different characters.
Most of these games I play by myself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You
36
sure about
and
that?
3.
Y'all don't be hitting
36
me
and
up, so
3.
I'm the same.
36 and 3. Ugh. What's your joint?
Hold on.
I don't even know how we got to
Is it
this.
just my? Is it do Croco?
Now I'm
Hold
gonna
on,
make sure.
Croco.
Nah, field your offers, nigga. I'm join the complete opposite team.
Taco. I think it's the
I'm
Croco
join
Taco.
the
Croco
complete
Taco.
opposite team. Nigga want to talk all this shit. Now he got me hyped up.
No.
Now he got me on fire.
Hold on. What is this?
I'ma cook the shit out your ass.
Oh yeah, that's me.
Look
Them
at that.
definitely the characters I use.
47.7%. Niles better than you.
Just because the win percentage is a better percentage don't mean that somebody's technically better than somebody else.
11 and 6, 22 and 6. Yeah, one bad game here. 21 and 7, 24 and 6. You see this? He's doing his thing.
You can bring this up.
He's doing his
All
thing.
right, y'all making me feel good. I might join this tournament, Blurred Marvel Rivals tournament in June, y'all. We about to get a squad together.
Excluding T.
Oh, I already got my ringers. I'm ready to run with. So I'm just saying, if they need me to heal the whole time, I'm healing.
This nigga already got the team.
Yo, T waited damn near 2 weeks to tell us.
Right?
Mhm.
Nigga waited until the last second. Oh, y'all can sign up for it now, but I got my team technically.
I'm just saying, you already know who I roll with. Like,
And now I'm gonna cook all 5 of them niggas. You and all 5 of them niggas now. It's blood beef now.
blood beef.
Yeah, you made it personal, nigga.
Literally, all I gotta do is ask one person to play Hulk, and I'm playing Namor the whole time.
That's okay.
That's gonna be. It's gonna be a problem for
He
you.
definitely all
Play
over
Iron
his
Man.
team.
Play Iron Man. Play Iron Man. I
Iron
dare
Man.
you. Play Iron
okay.
Man.
Nah, I'll play with other niggas too.
Gamma squids, baby.
You figure
Gamma
that out.
squids.
Yeah, you figure that out. You ain't the
Trash.
only one that can have gamma squids, nigga.
Trash.
You ain't the only one.
You're trash.
We gonna get boogie. Y'all keep in mind. We give y'all the specific more details once we get closer to the date. But if y'all want to tune in to that, that's gonna be over at Blurred. I'm guessing they're gonna be live streaming it from their end.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, we got some.
I'm excited. That's something else that I'm excited for. I know that our co-host here, T, is also doing a lot of stuff with Blurred. We really, really appreciate Blurred and want to do everything that we can do to support Blurred. So I'm very happy and excited to see what kind of comes from that. And not only for DreamCon, but also in the foreseeable future as well. So it's a lot. It's definitely a lot. Last year, there was a lot to be excited about, but I think going into this year, between the environment change and just the preparation that Squad Nero and just y'all as individuals have for it, is probably the most exciting part.
What about you?
That's
T?
it.
You said what?
What about you, T? Did you already respond?
Oh. Okay. So, like I said, I think I did say it. Yeah, we're gonna be doing a lot. I'm doing a lot with Blurred. Anything that they need help with, I told them I'm here for it. Any great way, I'm trying to network it with as many people as I can. Trying to see if we can get the subscribers, even if it's not me getting content per se, but being able to talk to people and let them know we here. We want y'all to come onto our show. We want the guests. We want to talk about everything under the sun. We love hearing other people's mindsets on different anime that they watch and compared to what we watch, so that we can at least come together on some senses on maybe they might have some crazy hot take and want a good explanation why they have that hot take. Having like some good debates and whatnot. So I'm looking forward to this. Looking forward to dressing up in cosplay again. Anybody watching this, if you're gonna be at DreamCon, your boy gonna be Taro Sakamoto. And then gotta pull that chopper out and be that Tony chopper, baby. Got the hat, hooves, everything. We out here.
All right. So we got the Dinner Nerds video. We got some brief topics. Obviously it's a shortened weekend, I guess you say, with the holiday. We just got some quick topics that we're gonna go over. Oh, we could add the trailer, since we were talking about Marvel Rivals, the trailer for Ultron being added to the game.
When is that
Gonna do that.
happening? Is it more than just Ultron too, or
30th.
is it just Ultron?
So-
This Ultron, they're gonna be changing out some team up abilities as well, taking some out, adding some new ones in.
So one big thing is that is coming for the update. Rest in peace, Jeffrey Hocktua Jones. They have openly destroyed this character. You can have a limited amount of bubbles out. You can't have more than 3 bubbles out at a time. You can only stay
Good.
under. You can only be under the ground like swimming for 6 seconds.
Good.
We mean good.
Good.
Can you say that name one more time?
Oh, his name is Jeff the Land Shark, aka Jeffrey Hocktua Jones. He spits water on people to heal them.
Okay.
That's why his name
I
is
was
Jeffrey.
like,
He was like, bro, you got to do a little bit more than this.
I was like, no, that can't be no real name. Jeffrey Hocktua Jones.
Yes, yes.
Oh,
He's the only character I got to Lord, and they destroyed him. So I can't even play healer right
Good.
now.
Yeah, good.
This for rivals?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They got a
But
fucking.
what's the actual character though?
he's a land shark. No, actually, he's been in Marvel for the last like several years.
He has been.
Yeah,
A land shark?
Yep. That heals niggas by spitting on them.
Dude, that little underwater thing that he do where he drag you. Everything about this about to be a pause too. But
So,
that little water.
I got you. Now I'll take the L on this. So D, do you remember the meme from the great Reverend T.D. Jakes? Have you ever been swallowed?
Yes,
You remember that?
They-
So
they
literally,
made that a character.
his ability, he'll go
Swallow
underwater,
niggas whole.
and whoever's like in the vicinity of his circle, he'll engulf them, and you can either kamikaze yourself off the side with them in your belly, or you can spit them out off the side. But the problem is, mostly everybody has an ability to jump out of it when you spit them out. So some people you just see them like kamikaze and suicide right off the side of the map. Jeff appeared in his first comic he appeared in was in 2018, so he's been out there.
Yeah, I'm good on that character.
Gonna bring a shark. They bring a shark before a Silver Surfer. Like, and a little annoying shark. I never used the shark though. Watch me use the shark and be like, bro, this is the best character ever.
Not now. You're gonna have to wait till they fix him again.
Oh, all right though. Do we got the trailer for Marvel Rivals? The Ultron with Ultron coming in?
Let me snag that. I did.
And DreamCon is this weekend, correct?
Absolutely.
I'm gonna say absolutely.
Oh, this is like Iron Man.
Yeah, he's a healer though. His beams take out health and they heal.
Oh,
Yeah.
so he got the little veil that Cloak and Dagger got. Now does he like levitate higher or is he more grounded?
You can do either or. But look at the little minions he got though.
Yo, against that, ooh.
As a healer, you see as his healing, as his damage in the other
Oh, he about to replace Iron Man for real, for real.
For a healer, he's gonna be a fucking bitch to have to deal with.
Iron Man with a heal?
I already know.
Bruh, he drops
him and
DreamCon
Iron Man are
weekend.
supposed to have a team up. Him and Iron Man are supposed to have the team up as well.
But the fact he
drops
drops during
DreamCon
DreamCon weekend on the 30th.
That's the 30th. This Friday.
Get
I'ma
your practice
play.
in, Niall.
Yeah, I'm gonna play while y'all at DreamCon.
Niall, I'm telling you now. If you gonna play on Rob's team, I might have to pick up Ultron. You ain't gonna like it.
Nigga, we are going to cook your ass.
As long as it's like 3 characters that I just like, yeah, and that's gonna be Squirrel Girl, crazy,
Even better.
crazy. And if not Squirrel Girl, Punisher, definitely agree.
Okay.
I want another character like Punisher in the game too. By the way,
I'm gonna let you know now, just for you, Niall. You got 2 of my characters that I'm close to being Lord with.
I know,
and I'm going to pick them against you.
That's fine.
Who, if you,
That's
it's gonna be a
fine.
mirror match. I'm literally gunning for you.
That's
I don't
fine.
like when people
if you
pick who I
Squirrel
pick.
Girl, you definitely gunning for me because every time that I play Squirrel Girl versus Squirrel Girl, all that happened is the 2 Squirrel Girls end up going at each other, and it just
Well,
be
the bad
whoever
part is
better at
I
using
know how
Squirrel
to
Girl.
I know how to maneuver with her really well, with her jump instead of like.
Me too.
Oh.
I've gotten I'll be honest, I wasn't, but I have in like the last week.
All right, what you doing over there? Why your camera jumping?
I'm shaking my legs, but I just want the class to see real quick. I just want the class to see something, cause you know how we live in this digital age where niggas like to pick and choose what shit they want to fucking show, right? So go ahead, click on that, T. Go ahead, click on that. Watch stream. No, not yours, nigga. Yep. There you go. There you go. You see that KDA right there? You see that? All right, now hold on.
How did y'all pull this up? Can I just go to the website?
Now we're gonna
Tracker.gg.
duplicate it. Now we're gonna duplicate it, and guess what I'm about to do? I'm about to pull up my joint now. Alright. Now y'all see this. Y'all see this man was talking hella shit, right? Let's see how many times he actually get MVP. Let's see how many times he actually
I don't get a lot of MVP. I'm not gonna hold you.
carrying his fucking team. Cause this nigga talking.
Yo, but sometimes they be cheating me when it come to the MVP. Like, bro, if I use Cloak and Dagger, that's another one that I like using. Cloak and Dagger, I'm the MVP, and they be like, nah, you not, and I'm like, nah, you bugging.
This nigga talking a whole lot. You see this? 73 wins, bottom 42 percentile. You see me 297 fucking wins. KDA ratio better than this nigga. KD ratio more immensely amount of more kills than this nigga. Immensely more assists. Last kills cooking this nigga. SVP. Even when my team lose, I'm still carrying my nigga.
I get
the
SVP
next
a lot.
time, this nigga, look how many MVPs this nigga got. This doodle garbage nigga. DDG. T is DDG. Doodle garbage.
Where do you see T's
MVPs? Oh, my bad. Hold on. Because it's only showing the one joint.
Yeah.
Damn it. It's only showing that one joint. All right, hold on. Fuck.
Hold on, how you find this website?
Oh, damn. Hold on.
So like I was saying, back to the topic at hand. So we were going to discuss the anime awards that just went down this weekend for Crunchyroll. I don't know why you keep trying to bring this back up. I'm not putting this on the screen.
Why
It's
not?
blasphemy that he's talking. So
Why
Anime
not?
of the Year went to Solo
look at it.
Leveling.
Yeah, nah, y'all pull it up. Pull it up on the screen. Since you don't want to pull it up.
So Solo Leveling
pull it
won
up on the
Anime
screen.
of the Year.
It won anime of the
He
year?
said, switch that topic
Yeah,
up.
right. Nah, come back. Nah, you want to do all that talking? Come back, nigga. 6 MVPs. Come back. Where you at? Now you want to run from it? You picking and choosing. Come on. Yeah, come on. Yeah, you see that? Now guess whose numbers these is?
Damn, T Rob got you on that one.
Come on, man. Nigga talking hot shit. Look at all of this graph, nigga. This shit look like fucking Toys numbers throughout his career.
Oh my gosh.
Nigga ass.
Throughout his career, niggas been playing for like 2 months.
Ass. Come on, man. He wanted to talk all this shit just because he probably had a better team. Nigga only got 1 win above, goddamn. Meeting it in the middle. I'm not too far off. Come on,
Then
man.
Rob talking about he don't play that much. How you get almost 300 wins?
Almost 300 wins? Yeah.
Oh, Niall said he don't play that much. Never mind.
I play a little bit. Max kill streak. Cook that nigga still. Damage. Cook that nigga. Healing. He was talking all this hot shit about healing. Cook that nigga. More than double. Damn near triple his numbers in healing. But I'm the nigga that need to be worried. All right, bring your bitch ass name more out. I'm gonna cook that nigga too. You can go ahead. Go back. Thank you. I rest my case.
He been quiet since this drop. He said, "I'm gonna eat these blueberries and let y'all niggas talk."
He about to be playing tonight.
Nigga, wait to talk that-
He like, all right,
talk
watch
that
this.
hoopla.
He about to hit you with that usher. All right, watch this.
I have 2 different accounts too that I play on.
Nah, that's your main account.
No,
Trust me.
my main account
Yeah.
is the PlayStation one that you showed, but this is on
Yeah.
PC where I'm just doing dumb stuff. 53% win. My KD's a
Yeah.
3.78.
Yeah, it's on
44
PC.
wins. 294 KD. 26, 22, 27. And look where I'm at. Oh, platinum. Don't worry, I'll wait. That's it.
How you get to higher levels like that
Platinum.
with the whole platinum and all of that?
That's
You
playing
just gotta
ranked.
keep playing competitive.
Yeah. Look at
Do
that.
more.
Look at that, Rob.
Nigga using the PC, the handicap account. All right, but we got 64 subscribers now. Hey, okay. Shout out to that too.
Shout out to everyone who follows Squad Nero. We
Yeah,
appreciate y'all.
We appreciate y'all. But all right, back to the anime awards. You were saying Solo Leveling won anime of the year. I'm honestly astonished that Solo Leveling won anime of the year. I would have thought Dan would have gave a run for his money.
I think it was the
Um,
popularity. D kind of was speaking on that before.
See,
off camera,
but that's the problem though. Like my thing is, I love it. I love Solo Leveling. I do. But it's like it's just so much daggone hype. Dan was really good. Kaiju number 8 was really good. Like
yeah, there probably was better. There definitely was better.
But you
Dan
gotta
to Dan,
realize,
I would have
it's
said
probably-
Dan to Dan.
It's probably a younger demographic. Like it's young niggas that talk like these streamers like aura farming. I'm doing this and that. It's a lot of young niggas that's like, dog,
Mhm.
Sun Jin Woo is this and this. They not necessarily growing up the same with the anime y'all was watching. Like y'all, when y'all speak on waiting weeks to watch an anime, they get this. We in this instant gratification culture now. It's like they gotta wait 1 week for epic battle, 1 week for another epic battle. Y'all niggas talking about Dragon Ball Z. You waited damn near 4 weeks for niggas to speak 10 lines and throw 10 punches.
Yeah.
So if they able to get a full season of niggas throwing hands, all this, cinematic art, they're like, oh no, this is number one. This is number one. They ain't really gotta wait for story to
Yeah.
develop or nothing like that. So it's probably different for them.
Yeah, I'm 100% with D. I think everything he said absolutely right, bro. You just got to think about the generation we in. You got to think about how Solo Leveling was giving that content out. Just like he said, we got back-to-back seasons in 1 year, and it was just hands the whole time.
Yes.
anime film of the year went to Look Back. I don't know what that is.
Have not
but-
seen any anime films in a long time. I'm not gonna lie.
But my thing is, Haikyuu, the dumpster battle, was really good. I didn't watch Spy
Haikyuu is
Family.
usually really good. If it beat out Haikyuu, that almost make me want to see what's up
But-
with this. Even though that's a wild title name.
Look Back.
Without knowing anything about this film, that
What's
is wild.
Well,
Look
It's
back.
called Look Back.
Look back.
Look
Yeah.
back at it.
Hey.
My Hero Academia,
That-
Your
what if
Next
that
was really
the
good.
whole thing. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've seen Haikyuu. I know that it's really good. I know that it's very popular. If this beat out Haikyuu alone, because I know if they did a movie, even without me seeing the movie, I know if they did a movie, it was really good. And I trust your word on that, T. This movie must be, I don't know, it might be a romance. The romance usually kill it for the films. So that's what I'm thinking it is. It's just probably like a tearjerker. They always gonna clean up with stuff like that.
Global Impact Award.
Attack on Titan? That's different.
I don't know what else was the nominee.
We gotta know what global. Yeah, what is global impact categorized as?
Congratulations,
They
Attack
didn't
on
even say
Titan.
Demon Slayer either.
Attack on Titan. Congratulations. We didn't see who the nominees were, so we're gonna let y'all rock.
Attack on Titan came out in 2025.
The final chapters, the movie and stuff.
Yeah.
It came out this year?
Last year. These are all.
Okay.
It brings into account everything that came out in 2024.
Oh shit! Oh, I'm stupid. Yeah, 2024.
So, best continuing anime series: Demon Slayer, Hashira Training Arc.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
When you have Bleach on there, when you have My Hero Academia, One Piece, Spy Family, Family popularity is through the damn roof. And
Honestly, I would have probably gave it to Spy Family because they've been on a roll and the content has been very good. And I ain't even really caught up with Spy Family. I would have said Bleach personally, but I mean, even if it's not Bleach, it's not Demon Slayer.
Facts. Oh wait, so if that's the case,
hold on. But what did they release last year?
Leveling then. What the hell?
Yeah, that's a fact. 2. That's a fact, though. Like, you would have thought if it's just in regards to popularity, though, it would have ended up just being Demon Slayer. Because I would imagine that's still more popular than Solo Leveling, even at this point.
Yeah, but Solo Leveling Season 1 wasn't better than Dandadan.
It wasn't.
That's what I'm getting. I'm like, oh no, I forgot this wasn't including Season 2. They tripping on Season 1 of Demon Slayer.
But off Season 1 alone, do you think that the points you made about the hype that was around Solo Leveling still existed for Season 1 enough to where that
Season 1, the main thing we focused on was that Egret.
Yeah, I don't like that award either. That's fair.
Yeah, Season 2 was when we got all of the aura fights stuff, and everything, and it's like over Dandadan and what was the other, and Kaiju number 8. No, I wouldn't take Kaiju number 8 Dandadan.
I agree.
And Demon Slayer winning again, that don't make sense either. But
I mean, like, it's lesser series out that people like, they not as known, but people, they were genuinely better that you could have had in this category over because what did we have in 2024? That wasn't the
Red Light looks District. Like it goes up to a certain point because Dandadan came out the top of 2025, so it looks like it goes to like March or April.
Okay,
because this
so it does count. It does count 2025. Like it basically counts anything from winter 2025 anime lineup. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Man, Sakamoto Days was still even pretty good if that's the case, but
so
continuing. All right.
Best new anime series, Solo Leveling. When you got Dandadan, Kaiju number 8, The Apothecary Diary, and Farron, like
I don't think that Solo Leveling should have got this one either. No. Or if at the very least Solo Leveling could like if you give them one, they shouldn't have got the other.
Especially after the shit they did to the fucking translation of the manga or manhwa to the show for the season 2, especially.
Yeah, it was definitely switched up. Yeah, that switched up a lot.
This next category is gonna piss Rob off, just like it pissed me off. Best original anime winner. Ninja Kamui.
Oh, ain't no way.
Holy moly.
Oh, ain't no way. That ain't only pissing Rob off.
Hack these niggas up.
Oh yeah, they cooked. This whole list can just throw this whole list out.
Hack these niggas.
What's the other original anime that they got there? I know one can beat it.
Buchigiri. I feel like I've heard of that before. People have told me about that one. So off rip, I've never even watched Buchigiri. It's automatically better than Ninja Kamui. Girls Band Cry, never heard of that.
Give it to Girls Band Cry for all I care. Any one of these could be there.
Jellyfish Can't Swim in the Night might be a fucking banger. It gotta be better than that bullshit Ninja Kamui.
Ain't no way.
Train to the end of the world. Take me. Take this fucking take Ninja Kamui to the end of the world. Matter of fact, jettison that bitch to space. How about that?
I feel like we all should take one. I feel like we all should take one of these original animes here, not Ninja Kamui. We all pick one, watch it, and come back and see what we thought of it.
I
All right.
still
So-
can't remember how
I
that
wouldn't be mad at
motherfucker
that.
ended.
So my thing
I
is
wouldn't
this,
be mad at
Sage,
that.
I'll let you take first pick. Which one of these you gonna sit down and watch?
I'm
'Cause we
watching
got-
Bushigiri.
Because we got 2 weeks. We got 2 weeks. Since we're not doing anything next week because of DreamCon, I feel like we should watch these and see if it's way better than Ninja Kamui. One's gonna be left out, but that's just for the viewers to decide.
All we
So
need
you
is
took-
one to be better.
So you said Buchigiri,
Yep.
D.
This list ain't the strongest lineup, but
Oh my god! Let me get Train to the End of the World. Fuck
Train
it.
to the End of the World sound like it might be some fire.
yeah,
shit.
it might be
Okay.
a sleeper.
All right, now
Oh boy, let me do Metallic Road because I don't want to do Girls Band Cry.
Actually,
Jellyfish
no.
can't
Give me
swim at
that. God damn! This Train to the End of the World shit is like totally
looked it up.
spies.
He looked it up and said, "Oh wait a minute."
No, I'm not watching this. I'd rather watch Ninja Kamui in reverse. God, give me them
man.
jellyfish.
All right, I guess I'm going with Girls Band Cry. 'Cause I'm not doing that Train to the End of the World since you said it's like totally spies.
Yeah, this shit. Well, T, you might like it. No, this metallic joint look alright.
All right, so Rob, you got Buchigiri.
Mhm.
Now got Jellyfish
Metallic
Can't Swim.
Road.
Oh, Metallic
I
Road.
think I saw an episode of this. But it already this show definitely. I know this one. Yeah, that cleans up Ninja Kamui already.
And D got
Yeah.
Jellyfish Can't Swim in the Night. So I got Girls Band Cry. We all sit down, watch it. I'm pretty sure it's only like 12 episodes. We should be able to eat through it. So report back which one's better than Ninja Kamui.
All of
Yeah.
them.
That was all the awards. Best
No,
animation.
not yet.
Slayer?
Best
I can see
animation went to Demon
I can see
Slayer.
that.
Should went to
I get
Dan
that.
to Dan.
That's the one I get. Like
It's
even
held-
if
it's
even if
literally
it's
held
not an
by its
art you like,
animation.
yeah, it's like even if it's an art that you don't like or if it's an art that's lackluster, no matter what, the art in it is gone. It's just superior to a lot of things that come. I can't think what has been better than Demon Slayer at this point.
In terms of art and animation,
Like
Dan to
even
Dan?
right now, like what
the
Dan to
only
Dan.
thing
is it really better though? Like I mean, put everything that came out with Demon Slayer against that first season of Dan to Dan. Is there not a moment where you looking at Demon Slayer like, all right,
This-
no, that was
the something cube, the Chinese joint,
yeah, Super Cube.
super cube.
Super Cube is nice. I don't know if it's beating out Demon Slayer though. Like,
Demon
bro,
Slayer
go to
is
the go to
unique
the,
with those
the
colors.
train arc. Yeah, bro, go back to like the train arc as an example.
And it's only gonna get better too. Oh lord.
Yeah, they probably gonna win that award for the next like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah. Best character design, Dan to Dan. Okay, we'll take that. We'll take that.
I'm cool with that.
Good stuff, Dan to Dan. Even though it's a little freaky.
I think Dan to Dan should have won a little bit more of these categories.
Yeah, I have no idea what this is. Best director.
Frieren. Frieren is I can see that being there. And from what everybody always say, I really want to watch Frieren. That's really the one I want to watch. It's in our intro. I think.
Oh,
I'm pretty confident it's in our intro video.
yeah.
It's
I
the
thought that
last.
lady looked familiar.
Yeah, that it's fire from what everybody has said is fire. So I get that one probably getting something there. Best background art. I don't know about it, so I don't know, but I could see probably it being between this Dan to Dan and oh no, it definitely they specifically using the training arc. I thought
That's the
they was
last one
using
that came out.
the
It was the last one that came out.
oh, I thought they were using like the red light district or
No.
something. All right, well, I would say
Training arc
that
did
that
look
one would
good,
be.
but it only looked good for one episode at the end.
This kind of pissed me
Yeah.
off.
The training arc? It's true, but I don't know. I feel like that one episode damn near gave you enough animation.
for it to be able to win these
too.
awards.
Whole season.
Yeah.
And at the beginning
But
too.
the beginning too, they had the Win Hashira and the Ms. Hashira fighting the demons. That shit was cold.
Yeah.
And they didn't know where they was going. But then at the end, that animation was crazy. But damn, to win a whole award off of that.
Yeah. Blue Box. I feel like I've heard of that too. Scott Pilgrim.
I've heard of it as well. I don't watch that much romance anime, so
Yeah, me neither.
I just don't know.
All right. Yeah, got any
So
more?
my thing is though, why couldn't Scott Pilgrim Takes Off win?
I knew you was gonna say
You
that
couldn't-
too,
you
even
couldn't give
without
me
me
that?
knowing any of these categories.
You couldn't give me that
Where you see Scott Pilgrim at?
right here.
Right
He got it
below.
highlighted now.
Oh, my stream's slow because what the hell? I'm still on Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
All
Oh, I
right.
see it. Okay.
Best comedy anime. One, why
You
is
hate this
Dandadan
one.
not up there? Why is Dandadan not up there?
Nah,
Man, I'm not
Mashle-
mad, but that's the thing. I'm not mad
I'm
about
not
Mashle
mad.
winning.
Mashle was pretty good.
I'm
Mashle was pretty
not
good.
too mad about it winning. I wish Konosuba could have won this one though.
But does it go back to the point that D made with Solo Leveling, where the popularity from Mashle might have pushed it a little bit?
Yeah, it's the
further in
popularity, yeah.
category? Because I could see that be. I feel like that's what ultimately is going to happen. If you got two that's against each other, the one that's going to end up winning is probably the one that's just more popular.
Yeah. This is like voting for class president at this point.
Yeah.
Popularity.
It
Honestly.
don't even matter if the story good. Who most popular amongst everybody else?
Who's-
He'll give you the
Mhm.
fucking title.
Who's spending the most bread on the
All right.
sponsorships or whatnot?
Best action,
anime.
Solo Leveling.
Still beat out Bleach.
Windbreaker should have won this one. That's all hands.
Windbreaker?
Yeah, it's hard. It's kind of hard just because first of all, Bleach has some amazing action. Dandadan has some amazing action. To T's point, Windbreaker is all hands. Kaiju number 8 has some great action.
Yeah, it did. I like
Like-
Kaiju 8's action. I mean, Jin Woo shit was cool, but I feel like Kaiju 8's action. You had a
I
sense
agree
that
with
these
that.
niggas could actually lose these fights.
Yeah, I agree. I think Kaiju number 8's action scenes were more impactful than Solo Leveling's. And again, going back to T's point, if you got a whole series where all they doing is fighting, what else is like? That's a lot of action. So I don't know. And then Rob, you could speak to how we talk. You know how we get down with Bleach, and Bleach been cooking with action. These last couple fights in Bleach, they've been cooking. So I think again, it just goes back to popularity. It's not that it necessarily has.
But the bad
better
part is,
action
Solo
scenes.
Leveling didn't really have fights until like 3 episodes in. Windbreaker had a fight right out the gate.
Right
No,
out the
Soul
gate.
Leveling did. They fought at the Red Gate. He fought the elves.
Yeah,
Not on the first
He
episode.
had a,
that was first. I'm pretty
was
sure
like
that
first-
was.
No,
first.
they walked
episode.
in the gate. It had to been like the
Oh,
second
that
or
you're
third
right.
episode.
It was second.
Oh.
It was second.
But literally,
episode.
Windbreaker, every episode there's a fight. There's action every episode.
Every episode.
but do they have a character like Jin Woo though?
Bruh, Sakura, that man's
But
a
the
monster
popularity,
though.
The popularity. of Jin Woo,
popularity,
though, that nigga-
absolutely not.
Every
No.
episode he getting better.
Yeah,
Yeah,
actually.
not. But the popularity is nowhere. They leagues apart from between each other.
And Jin Woo look like a stereotypical like K-pop Asian star nigga that the girls be swooning over. So if you put him in an anime, you getting attention from the fighting and attention from shorties from watching anime.
Dandadan, how many episodes did Dandadan not have fight scenes in?
It was
But
several.
everyone did.
No, it was like maybe 3 or 4, like 3 out of them.
How many episodes was it? Like 12?
Something like that.
Because remember, they didn't fight Turbo Granny until
Yeah, it took a minute, but I still feel like they had miniature fights. in
Episode
between.
3?
Okay, if it was if it was spread out a little bit with that, I could see it not getting action. It should have got something. I mean, I think it is a little ridiculous that we haven't seen Dandadan win anything so far.
I gotta tap into ReZero because this one won Best Isekai
Fire.
Anime. I gotta tap into that.
Yes.
But I'm surprised Shangri-La Frontier,
No, I
because
can-
that one got popularity.
Isekai. That's the thing. I was just about to say that. Shangri-La Frontier probably, no, definitely should have won this. If anything, the best continuing series, I think that ReZero should have got that, just because they did have a little bit of a down period. I know hate it, but they had a little bit of a down period, and then they kind of bounced right back with the last 2 seasons that they did. So I feel like if they, unless they got it last year, that they should have got the best continuing series for this year. But I definitely think Shangri-La Frontier, yeah, it 100% beats out
I'm glad
ReZero
this
on this
didn't win.
award.
I'm glad this didn't win.
Absolutely. That would have been annoying.
But
yeah, I'm sorry. Even the time I got reincarnated as a slime, I haven't watched it personally, but apparently it's really good.
it's really good. But season 3 started off with pretty much like backtracking on everything from season 2, since it wasn't it wasn't in play for like a full year. It was like 2 years before we got season 3. So the first half of season 3, it was them backtracking, telling us what happened and what was going on in between everything. But
Mushoku Tensei was a little slow.
Still, it's good. Konosuba.
It was good. It's good, but it was a little slow. And then the Konosuba, I think it's just like that one is one of those things where it go back to popularity. But Shangri-La, maybe Shangri-La that applies to as well, is that it's more of a deeper cut for anime fans.
True. Best drama went to Farron.
I could see that. Even without seeing it, I could see that. I don't watch enough Slice of Life.
We can't need too many losing heroines. I'll probably tap into that since it did win to see what the fuss was about. Best main character, Jinwoo. Who cares? Popularity.
Get it? I get that though, because again, right, the popularity. Nobody on this list was more popular than Sung Jinwoo.
Just give me Okarun or Momo. I would have been happy with either one of them.
They just weren't as popular.
Best supporting character, Fern for Fern. Even though you got Turbo Granny in here, who was a dope supporting character. And Granny Sekio. And Granny Sekio.
But without knowing, without me actually seeing Frieren and hearing everything that it's been about, I could see where that would maybe clean up.
Who's Seiko though? Is that the grandma?
Yep.
Yeah.
I like Seiko. Damn.
Of course, these horny ass niggas will pick Seiko on there.
No.
She's actually a good supporting character.
I like Turbo
She
Granny
is a good supporting character.
Turbo Granny as the cat was like actually pretty comical. I'm not gonna lie.
Jesus.
And it's also a really good. I do agree that both of them are great supporting characters, but again, without knowing Frieren, nothing.
I like this category.
So far,
must protect at all costs character. Anya won this one. Then you have Frieren, Okarun, Senshui, Tokiyuki, and Yuki. But I would have given it to either Anya or Okarun. I would have either one.
That's a child. That's gonna win that one.
Everybody loves Anya.
A child in a popular series, yeah.
Now I remember we had talk about this with best anime song.
Best anime song. Okay, I'm glad they gave him something because that is.
But Creepy Nuts had 2 chances. He had 2 chances in this category to win. Because Bing Bang Bang Born was a smash hit for Mashle. But Otanoke, fire. I like it better than Mashle. I like it than the Mashle OP.
I'm glad they got something. Mashle didn't win anything yet now, huh?
Mashle did win Best Comedy.
Oh, yeah, Best Comedy. You're right. My fault. But yeah, that is fair because that was really good.
Best anime
score? No.
Absolutely not.
Which one of these had the best score?
I would have took Bleach.
That score is fucking heavenly. Literally.
I give it to Dan Dudan.
Pun intended.
Fire.
I give it to Dan Dudan.
No, it's not, yo. It's not a better score than Bleach. Dan
It's
Dan was
not.
great. It's not a better score than Bleach.
Dan got a great intro track. I mean, and how they do manipulate the track in the backgrounds of the crazy ass scenes. Okay, but Bleach, like, come on, Bleach
All
has
around.
been iconic since the get go.
What's
with that
Bleach?
score.
Bleach not even on the list though.
It is.
It's the first one.
It's the first nominee.
Abyss by wait, what? Best anime song?
Best
the
score,
not the
like
song,
the
but
music
best
that
score.
plays like during the fights and stuff, like the operatic stuff that play.
Nah,
I think
Rob,
my
right.
stream just late again because mine say best anime song. Looking at a picture of Dan to Dan.
Oh, yeah, it's on best anime was like the last one. It's
Best
probably just
anime
late.
song.
Best anime opening went to Otonoke.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm okay with
I
that.
do think that one of the two could have went to Masho, but
Nah.
it's all right. I'm cool with it. I'm not upset.
Bling Bong Bon Born made a whole TikTok dance craze.
So did Otonoke.
Yeah.
So best anime ending sequence, Request by Garage, Solo Leveling.
I can see that.
Yeah, that ending was tough.
I don't know any of the other ones either. I don't think so.
Nobody by One Republic?
Elusive Samurai. Okay, yeah. But I still okay. I'm cool with this though. I'm cool with that. I'm still.
So
cool with
these
that.
are the voice artist performance. Oyuki won doing the voice of Mama for Apothecary Diaries. Arabic Hiba Sonobar won for doing the voice of Anya for the Arabic version. Brazilian Portuguese Charles Emmanuel for doing Sun Jin Woo.
Oh, I want to hear that.
Castilian Spanish Sun Jin Woo. Masumi Masuda.
Oh, they just sucking Solo Leveling at this point.
Best anime voice
Like
for
all of-
English. Alex
They
Lay.
gagging-
Yo,
they
but here's
gagging
the
on
thing
this
though.
shit.
Alex Lay though, he's a beast with doing Sun Jin Woo's voice. For the simple fact, he literally played with it on a TikTok video when he was trying to do the Arise, and he was doing different versions of it just to make people laugh. Like, oh, son, say Arise for us. Say Arise for us. First thing he says, "Wakey, wakey." Like he's just doing different dumb stuff to try and make people laugh.
Wow.
I don't listen to none of the dubs.
Yeah, me neither.
I go straight Japanese. I'll read. I think they do the best voices. I'll read it. I'm at the point where that's just where I'm at with anime. I want the original source. The
So,
conviction in
Kafka-
the original source is the best.
Best animation voice for French, Adrian Antoine as Kafka Habino. Best anime voice artist in German, Daniel Sklas as Monkey D. Luffy.
Yeah, because you know what? In German, he like Luffy voice in German. Yeah, if somebody just did that, they probably deserve an award for it.
In Hindi, Satoru Gojo, Lohi Sharma.
Yeah, hold on. Jujutsu Kaisen ain't win none of these other categories.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
It's only with season 2.
Right, they been
Season that we
fucking-
haven't gotten season 3
Season
yet.
season two was fire.
But
been
season 2
slobbering
was fire.
all
But
over
like here's the
fucking-
thing: season 2 came out in what 2023.
2023, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Finished
That's
off in
why it's
2024.
been-
No,
it's
it's
been-
recency. It's just recency bias then.
yeah. It's so much.
Popularity, recency bias, all the things typical of our
Well, so
generation.
much. But the thing is, so much content has came out past that point. Like some people gonna find other stuff better.
It's not though. Like, dude, the fights in Jujutsu Kaisen season 2 definitely beat out, bro. The hold on, the fight between Maharaga and Sukuna, was that season 2?
Yeah.
Come on, what is Solo Leveling? Was so
I would
great.
say I would agree with Nile though, because even Jujutsu Kaisen, I feel like that fight was better than some of the Sun Jin fights.
Yeah, bro.
But that's 20. Damn,
It's
it is
recency bias. It's just recency
Yeah.
bias. That's literally all it is. That's crazy.
Best anime voice artist performance for Italy, Ilya Pellicone as Kimoto for Look Back. I might have to tap into that movie. Latin, Spanish, Miguel Angel Leo as Aaron Yeager.
Lord have mercy. They
Man.
have awards for every fucking thing, don't they?
Yeah, and that's it for Crunchyroll Awards.
Thank God. Okay.
Well, they gotta consider all of the different countries and whatnot.
They've been all that
Yeah, Rob, like, they
all that
don't.
slobbering off of fucking solo leveling.
Solo leveling
And
is
the
crazy.
fact that Ninja Kamui won even one
Anything.
sliver of an award was just absolutely absurd.
Yeah,
Point blank period.
I agree with that.
Point blank.
That's
period.
insane.
Crunchyroll, a great place to watch your anime for a cheap price. And nigga, a shitty place to get some damn anime recommendations from. Because if that's the anime recommendations that they got for niggas, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy.
And the thing is, they probably just going all off the popularity that come from their site, come to the other major platforms. It's just it ain't like a sit down, drag out, like, okay, this is coming from different sources. Like, we really collaborated on a bunch to get these awards. I don't feel like it gave that vibe, especially with so many being like the same anime getting the same award. It's like, all right, well, somebody did something different. You got, like, we not thinking about that. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. But
It's
with
cool.
so much anime coming out this summer, it's about to be bananas.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good summer for anime. Last summer wasn't that bad, but this would be better. All right, where we at now? Did Rob freeze?
Yeah, he did.
He froze.
Hello?
There he is.
He's back.
There you go.
All right, my bad. Before we go off to the next topic, I want to give a quick shout out to a lot of the streamers and the main streamer who's been at the helm of it, Kai Cenat, and all of the streamers that was associated with his streamer university. Not gonna lie, super funny ass event. I'm usually not the person to get tapped into streamers like that, really. I watch a video here and there, but that shit made me want to tap in a lot more. So shouts out to Kai Cenat, and it was mostly black people on there too, so we love to see it. Kai's always trying to find ways to be able to get black creators and even up and coming creators the opportunities that other creators didn't necessarily have growing up in the industry like Kai didn't have. So shout out to them. Shout out to him.
them. Yeah, I heard a lot about this streamer university thing.
That shit is hilarious.
It made me not. I'm not gonna lie, Rakai annoyed me a lot during this whole situation.
Yeah, it's gonna be some niggas that's gonna know you most definitely. But it was some people, and I don't want y'all to goddamn stab me or anything like that, slap me at DreamCon. But this is just the facts. DDG had some of the best content there. Even though he's going through some legal problems, it was pretty fucking entertaining.
Legal problems? He's only abusing his girl.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah. There's not to. All right.
Whose side are you on?
I'm not on anybody's side, but I will say that I agree. Something had to have happened in order for her to get that temporary restraining order. So I fall on the side of I'm giving the lady the due diligence, but I'm also waiting for more information to come out as well. So that's my stance on it. But nonetheless, DDG was outlier. I feel like probably a little bit of Duke. I've seen a little bit of Deshae Frost. Those are large names. There was a lot of other streamers as well. So tap into that. Oh, go ahead.
Here's the cool thing. Like, if you notice, Kai was setting up a lot of alley-oops for people to have clip moments.
Yeah.
When he told them to, hey, you gotta leave this party, everybody get on the bus. When they got back to the campus, Kai was there waiting for him.
Yeah.
So if you notice, Zeddy Will said something. Deshaun Frost said something. Like, who else? Ty Lil said something, and they got those clip moments.
Mhm.
But you got some of the streamers didn't catch it, and they were like, "Oh, Kai, boom," and
Yeah,
it's like you
it's a
want
learning
them,
experience.
yeah. But
It's a learning experience.
I'm hoping, in regards to this, that when he does this, he gives a little bit more to the low end streamers. I got like maybe less than 1,000 followers or subscribers.
Yeah, you can only do so much though. Like at the end of the day, it's on the specific streamer if they want to take it up another level. Cause like you're saying all of this, but it was some lower name streamers that was in the mix of fucking everything that was going on in Streamer University because they outwardly put themselves out there. It's not to say that Kai can't probably help out the smaller streamers, but at the same time, this whole event was to help them out. It gave them a platform to be able to mix around with people who have double to triple their own entire what is the word? What is the word? Audience and everything like that. Opens them up to different audiences, opens them up to actually understand the game of content creation, at least in the Twitch. I'm not gonna lie, what it reminded me of was various skits, like Dave Chappelle skits, not on the same level obviously, but it was Chappelle skits for Gen Alpha niggas, the most recent generation that's out right now. It's various skits just on how they talk, how they operate, how they view certain topics and everything like that. Like DDG, a professor fighting a student. Like that's some funny shit. If Chappelle made a skit like that, and it was a nigga as a professor, and he was like, "You gonna disrespect me in the class? Square up with me, nigga." Dave Chappelle will find a way to make that shit funny as fuck. And in my eyes, DDG found a way to make that shit funny. The beef between him and Kai and everything like that, like India Love being there, everybody fiending over her, like it was funny as shit, man. It was funny as shit. But yeah, I think the smaller content creators that was there and knew what they needed to do, I think they did what they had to do. Like Ty Lil, I guess some would say is a smaller content creator in comparison to everybody else. And yet you've seen him at the forefront of a lot of things in that streaming university. So it's all who capitalized on the opportunity, I guess you say. But shout out to him. Lastly, we have this. Oh, what is it? Marvel. We got some more Marvel news for y'all. Obviously, this is coming on the heels of the news that Secret Wars and Doomsday are both being delayed 7 months apiece. So they're releasing in November/December, if I'm not mistaken, later on in the year, of their respective years. So Doomsday late next year, Secret Wars the following year late. So now everybody's speculating. They thought that Spider-Man would be delayed as well, but it doesn't seem like it is. And I think this is a smart decision for Marvel. It gives them more time to be able to work on their big blockbuster films, but also it doesn't muck up the timeline of the movies. It would be a lot easier to have a Spider-Man film set before the events of Doomsday, and it actually released before Doomsday instead of having a Spider-Man film that releases in between Doomsday and Secret Wars, and it's technically supposed to take place before Doomsday, and like it would just be a lot. You know how niggas is dumb nowadays. So the moment that they try to use their brain to try and figure some shit out, it's just gonna make it worse. So I'm glad Marvel went this direction, but we do have a video from Den of Nerds. As always, shout out to Den of Nerds. Talking about some new and interesting details. So let's tune in. Or reports.
Welcome back to the
rumors.
Den of Nerds. I am Josh, and we got to talk about this crazy Hulk Spider-Man 4 shit. Oh my god. Guys, I'm hearing it's real, man. I'm hearing this is absolutely real. I want to explain what's going on. This isn't like the other Spider-Man rumors. Like, this clearly seems like it's new. This is the new direction of the film, and it seems solid. It's coming from solid sources. So let's start with the actual story, and then I'll tell you what I heard from sources, because I can add even more to this, and it's like, bro, what? So this comes from Nexus Point News. It's an exclusive. It says, Mark Ruffalo was set to return as Bruce Banner in Spider-Man Brand New Day. Nexus Point News can exclusively report that Mark Ruffalo is set to reprise his role as Bruce Banner in Spider-Man Brand New Day. It's currently unknown what role Banner will play in the story, or whether he'll also be portraying his alternate green persona, which I know about that, and I'm going to tell you in just a second. NBN can confirm Bruce Banner's appearance will be much larger than a cameo, and Ruffalo will have a substantial role in the film. Oh boy, will he. Spider-Man Brand New Day will be Ruffalo's 10th appearance in the mainline Marvel Cinematic Universe project, which will be followed shortly by Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars, respectively. Now, a couple of things here we got to get out of the way. It's a big role. It's not a cameo. He's back as Banner. They don't know if he's back as Hulk, but he is. And they mention in this article that Spider-Man is the next appearance for Banner, and then he will appear in both the other Avengers movies. Now, what that implies is that Spider-Man 4 will not be delayed. And I'm only bringing this up because Avengers, Doomsday, and Secret Wars just got delayed by 7 months. Now, Doomsday comes out after Spider-Man Brand New Day. And a lot of people are like, whoa, that's crazy. Maybe they'll delay Spider-Man because they were clearly planning for Doomsday and then Spider-Man. But the TLDR is Spider-Man has been being reworked and rewritten a lot over the past couple of years. The amount of rumors we've heard at this point are ridiculous. And even Tom Holland has come out to say that they had a script, but there's a lot of stuff they're changing. Nexus Point News also reported a couple hours after this exclusive that Spider-Man 4 is going to film in the summer and wrap by fall. So if this movie is truly done by fall, it will have no problem being ready for July of next year. Now, we got to get into a couple other things, but real quick, I want to give a shout out to John Roca, the Outlaw. John Roca is the only person that I have known about, that I have heard about, that actually scooped that Hulk would be in Spider-Man 4. It was sort of offhanded on one of the Hot Mic podcast episodes. He and Jeff Snyder were talking about this, and Roca said he heard from a source that Hulk was going to be in this movie. He might have even said that Hulk was going to be the villain or something. I actually don't remember exactly what he said, but I do remember that John Roca had this first. So shout out to John Roca. By the way, when he scooped this, a lot of other scoopers that we think are pretty good laughed at him, said it was fake, and they look really silly now. So now let me tell you what I heard about this shit, because what the fuck? So I was told that Hulk is going to be the villain of the movie. Now, when I first heard this, I was like, wait a minute. Hulk's going to be the villain of the movie? Oh, dude, he could be the Maestro Hulk. That would be crazy, because we've heard a lot of rumors about the Maestro Hulk. But the fact that Nexus Point News is reporting that Spider-Man is still going to come out before Doomsday makes me think it won't be Maestro Hulk. And we've also heard these other weird rumors of characters like Boomerang and Tombstone being in the movie. And of course, you have Sadie Sink and possibly even Harris Dickinson being eyed for roles in Spider-Man Brand New Day. And there was this presentation recently done where we saw the Spider-Man suit. Now, this was a stock image from the last movie, but it's still an official showcase put on by Disney where they're explaining what the movie's going to be about. And this was where those characters like Scorpion and Tombstone and Boomerang, that's where that scoop comes from, was that presentation, right? And so maybe you thought that presentation was just bullcrap, but it wasn't, because I've heard that people at that presentation were actually talking about Savage Hulk as well. That was an element that was a part of the presentation. And other people can verify this because there were a lot of DMs flying around from people that went to that actual presentation and a lot of the other scoopers. And after the first source reached out to me, I had another source reach out to me and confirm that it is true. So from what I understand, the Tombstone, Boomerang, those rumors are all real. There's even a character, Tarantula, who's a really wild, obscure Spider-Man villain. He's apparently in there, and Savage Hulk is the villain of the film. And so you're going to have all of these other villains. Very much feels like just everyday friendly neighborhood Spider-Man stuff, like just the villains in New York City. But apparently Savage Hulk is the main actual big villain. Now, I'm kind of confused, okay? There's a couple of ways this could go down. Maybe Bruce is in the film and he's just representing the Avengers as Professor Hulk, and maybe he's trying to help Peter or potentially even teach a class at Peter's college, because there's other rumors that Peter's going to be in college. And maybe it just is Professor Hulk trying to be a professor, and then he snaps in the third act and becomes the absolute crazy villain. But it is also possible that Hulk goes savage either off screen or at the very start of the film, because remember, Bruce Banner just saw what happened with Red Hulk. He understands that the Avengers need to be a thing. He might have even had conversations with Sam Wilson about this big threat that the leader says is coming. So I don't know exactly how all this is going to play out, but I've been told that Savage Hulk is the main villain. And if I were Sony and Marvel, I'd probably want to just put Savage Hulk right up front, right? Like, just make make Hulk the big draw to the thing, make him be crazy, and then that would technically allow for Banner in Doomsday and in Secret Wars to already just be back to being Savage Hulk, which would be a huge W. Thing we got to add to this comes from Alex Perez over on the Cosmic Circus Discord. Alex has revealed that there will be a sequence in this movie, Brand New Day, which will be one of the biggest, if not the biggest, stunt sequences for an MCU film ever. It's going to require a large amount of safety coordination. It will take over a month to shoot. It will be shot practical. It will be filmed outside, and it will be filmed in a very heavily populated place. And what does that sound like to me? That sounds like Hulk snapping in the middle of New York City and going absolutely crazy, and Spider-Man having to try to save everybody around. Like, dude, that's what that sounds like to me. It could be something else, of course. Within the context of everything we're talking about now, like, that feels like what it would be, right? And there's one other thing. I literally just found this out. I had no idea, but apparently Gary from Nerd Erotic had been talking about this too. And on top of that, Gary said Punisher's gonna be in this thing too. So, dude, all of a sudden, that's looking very likely. Like, he had this, Roka had this, everybody else said they were absolutely crazy. Punisher being in the movie, damn, dude, that's kind of wild. I mean, I love John Bernthal. I mean, what is this? Is this going to be like Spider-Man versus Punisher? Punisher's trying to take out all these different villains. Spider-Man's trying to be chill about it. There's also rumors of, like, the symbiote suit. Like, dude, what is this movie? This is kind of hard to figure out. But I will say this. Punisher and Spider-Man fighting against the Hulk, that is a dream come true. That could actually tie in to that big sequence that Alex Perez talked about as well, man. Oh my God. This could get really crazy, right? Oh boy. So holy forking short, we're getting big time Savage Hulk in Spider-Man 4. Spider-Man 4 all of a sudden seeming like a real fan favorite, but not multiversal project. At least that's what it looks like to me right now. Hulk versus Spider-Man, a bunch of other villains in there too. I mean, that sounds like a recipe for success. I'm super excited, and I can't wait to get the Savage Hulk back. Like, I don't know exactly how it's going to happen, but we need Savage Hulk back, dude. We need it. So there you have it, the report, what I heard about it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And as I always say, I hope you are having an awesome and a nerdy day, and I'll see you in the next video.
To may you do now, but dang, to the gentle.
Ain't no way.
Kai Show Guy, thank you for joining us. We were just watching a review on some rumors that's kind of out there in regards to Brand New Day, and also about the delays on the Avengers Doomsday and Secret War movie.
Yes, sir.
What do y'all think about that?
Savage Hulk, I like that. I mean, how they're moving, it's all over the place. I feel like this is old Marvel. I feel like they would just flood the internet with all sorts of ideas and everything, so people never really knew. One of these rumors is the truth, but not all of them can be true at the same time. So I think they're just taking a play out of their book before. But I'm also, oddly enough, I'm loving every single rumor that we have. Supposedly they showed a sizzle reel at a con. I can't remember which one it was recently. It was showing Tombstone being in the Spider-Man film. It was showing Boomerang in the Spider-Man film. And I think it was another person. I can't remember.
Scorpion, right?
Scorpion, yeah, Scorpion. That was from the sizzle reel that we got. That was actual information that multiple people can corroborate. So, and now you hear the Hulk. And then they're also searching to employ an Asian man within his 30s and 40s, which most people would assume that it was Mr. Negative. Like, it's just so many scoops that I don't know, but I'm liking all of them. Savage Hulk versus Spider-Man will be a fire way to bring back Savage Hulk. Fire way.
Yeah, my thing is, I do like it. I do like the idea of the fact that now that we have these delays, I hope that does have an impact on the Brand New Day script. T, if you can too, I can't see what the comment is that Kai Show Guy left there.
He said the symbiote suit definitely, Punisher definitely, Scorpion and Tombstone, yes, Savage Hulk in credit scene.
Yeah, Kaisho guy, my man, because that's essentially what I kind of got from that vibe as well. Is what they could do. A lot of what was said was that they would like for us to get like a more grounded, like ground level, street level Spider-Man with the traditional villains that Spider-Man will face, kind of like, and I think even Did a Nerd said it in there, like a day in the life of Spider-Man kind of vibe. I'm cool with that being the focus for the majority of the movie. And if they do want to bring in, the thing is now that it is going to be before Doomsday, I think that you could use the ending to tie in something that will be major or talked about more in Doomsday. So if there is going to be a portion of Doomsday that tackles what's going on with the Hulk, you know how I go. I always like when they introduce, like they give us a little tidbit of that beforehand, and then we are able to flesh that out further in whatever movie comes out after that. So I'm not mad at that. I like the idea of that. Now my thing is, I don't know whether what Den of Nerds said was a confirmed fact or not in this regard, but they start shooting in July and finish in August. That's a quick turnaround for all of these things.
They said they finish in the fall.
They finish in the fall. Is the fall like October? Because if they already said we okay, then I'm cool with that, because if one scene alone could potentially take you a month and a half to shoot, I really don't want them to rush it. I think that Spider-Man has been for the most part successful, so I don't want a movie that feel like they like it was rushed in any way, shape, or form. I want it to just feel like the next, like a natural progression for Tom Holland's Spider-Man as it's been built up in the Sony Marvel Spider-Man franchise. But I'm cool. I like that. If the majority of the movie is just like essentially his road gallery, and then you end it with this alternate Hulk that comes out of nowhere that could maybe start out as Savage Hulk and turn into a Maestro Hulk in Doomsday or something like that, I'm not mad at that. I'm cool. I'm cool with that.
What would be the thing that takes Bruce, how we presently know him as Professor Hulk? What would take him? It has to do something to do with.
Does it have to be him? Does it have to be him? Could it be an alternate? Could it be an alternate universe version?
Or it could be that.
It could be that, but I would, like Rob saying, like we didn't have this Professor Hulk shit since what?
It's too long. I'm glad to see a real Hulk in a movie.
And he's been like that
2018.
I say he'd been like that for 5 years, because remember when that snap happened, 5 years had passed, and he'd been like that. So he'd been like that. Let's say for So let's say like 8 years or whatever since we caught up with Marvel. It's like, so what's the snap? Is Hulk gonna be like, no, it's time for me to take over? Feel the type of way, because we already know he was scared of Thanos or something, or he was tired of fighting Bruce Banner's battles, which didn't make sense. So it's like there's got to be something. Maybe She-Hulk end up dying or some shit, or something go on. But I feel like, or maybe the resurgence of Red Hulk. Maybe they got like Red Hulk or something happened between them. Like he sees Thunderbolt Ross, or the leader had like a contingency plan to set Bruce Banner off or some shit. But yeah, it can't just be no. You said what?
Kaisho guy said
that's a pretty good snipe. I ain't gonna lie.
But Kaisho said they're setting up Sinister Six and have been for a while. For sure, it only makes sense to make Savage Hulk an end credit scene. Amadeus Cho, if they're also looking for an Asian man, could be Amadeus. Well, they did. Steven Yeun might get added into this movie.
Yeah, that's the Asian man.
So they could make that Savage Hulk into the Amadeus Cho version, and I'm not mad at that. I like the idea of them introducing new characters. These is people that they could bring back for what might be either a long hiatus or a complete exit for a lot of the MCU characters that we've seen currently. Like, I honestly don't know how you would do it for Thor, but I kind of want them to start thinking about what are they going to do for Thor when Chris Hemsworth doesn't want to do it anymore. So I think introducing Amadeus Cho right now, I'm not mad at that.
Revival of the Hulk franchise.
Yeah,
Most definitely. And
yeah,
then if
absolutely.
they capitalize, we already talked about this on the podcast, but if they capitalize with a fucking World War Hulk, a lot of people aren't noticing or realizing that since they pushed back those Avengers films 7 months, it leaves spots open technically for Marvel movies to come out on the time slots or the general time slot in which those Avengers movies were going to come out previously. So it's been a lot of
What movies they been
speculation.
working on though?
There's been a lot of speculation about World War Hulk possibly being a possible movie, and they've talked about having, or it's been a rumor that where they're gonna have a couple Dooms. What is it? Not Doomsday. Battle World movies. Battle World based movies. If you start the Savage Hulk in the Spider-Man film, and then just like Nah was saying, translate him over to being Maestro by Doomsday, and now we actually see Maestro in effect in the World War Hulk storyline, I guess. I don't know.
Maybe even if it's a morph between Maestro and the World War Hulk. Like we know that Marvel has they kind of have a tendency to kind of take multiple elements and merge them into one.
Mhm.
So maybe you get Savage Hulk here, like Kaisho said, kind of we want that to be towards the end credits. Is teasing us for Doomsday that's coming later in the year, and then in actual Doomsday you have a scene where either that same Savage Hulk or whatever happens, but that Savage Hulk that we saw at the very least, you see that Hulk fighting different characters that we've come accustomed to. It wouldn't be necessarily the same World War Hulk lineup that we had in the comic books. Like I don't expect them to fight Black Bolt or alternate version of Black Bolt in outer space, but he did fight the Avengers. He did fight the X-Men. And those we know are going to be characters that we see in Doomsday. So could you just have that same character have their World War Hulk-esque moment? There's even a Sentry now. So you like it might not be 1-to-1 with the comic book, but you got enough of those characters there
Have mercy.
to, you know what I'm saying? And then have the finality of that be that same Savage Hulk that we saw in Spider-Man turn into Maestro Hulk. I'm not mad at that. For a character that does not get like their own movie, if they flesh that out well enough, it really could be a very like entertaining little saga to follow from Spider-Man to Avengers Doomsday.
That should be beautiful. Or what if not even use Amadeus Show? What if we keep Mark Ruffalo? What if Mr. Negative, since he's able to tap into people's negative emotions, what if he's just able to siphon all the good, from Professor Hulk and basically manipulate him back to his savage form? Just kind of like what Scarlet Witch did. But this time, Mr. Negative is doing it. I think
Mr. Negative is for sure is like a not even if not confirmed, like a strong rumor.
It's a rumor. They've also released the wardrobe that Spider-Man or some of the wardrobe of some of the characters supposedly is like Asian based. So a lot of people are speculating it may be the Hand or it might be the goons from what's the nigga's name? Mr. Negative's crew, which I can't remember his goon's name. So it has some Asian based influence into it. Also, supposedly Sadie Sink is supposed to be Mayday Parker as well.
And that would make you think it has to be something universal, right? Like there has to be some.
It has to be a mixture of both. Has to be.
So it really, they could go either way with it. They could go more in line with the movie and the movie's villain for how we get this Hulk that is rumored it would be, or they could go the entire saga's route, which is just introduce a new multiversal, universal version of the Hulk to just kind of upset things. It could be something that Doom does, where Doom like pushes him into this world. Oh man, I just kind of wish. The only thing I still can't get away from the feeling of like I wish that there was just some more content around like everything that's going to be happening multiversal wise. Like I would love if there was something that was focused on the TVA, because if you could have the TVA get corrupted again as an example, and we already knew about it, you could easily push in a lot of these things. Whereas where it's staying right now, it's just kind of like, I mean, it'll work because they kind of did the same thing with Thanos, like when Thanos was collecting the rings, where it was like you didn't really understand everything that was happening in the background, but you knew that he got another ring. It can work. It's not that it will be an issue. I just wanted to see a jump from the previous saga to this saga where we would kind of get more explanations. But I think it's still, nonetheless, I'm still not mad at any of this stuff that was kind of shared during that Dinner Nerds video.
All right. Any other talking points, viewpoints?
Well, Kaisho guy came back with use Amadeus as a way to get into that verse. So honestly, with everything that's being said, I'm looking forward to if they can execute everything properly for the next Spider-Man movie. Because if they don't, then it's just gonna be an epic fail.
I feel like I don't think that the Spider-Man will necessarily, like, Spider-Man is the way that they've been rolling with Spider-Man. It's hard for me to just picture a like really bad Spider-Man movie. It is. I mean, you telling me right now, like even just with the thought of it, do you think that Spider-Man would be on the same realm as Brave New World, or
No?
Or like, do you think that Spider-Man would be on the same realm as an Eternals movie, or what's another movie that came out in between Marvels? Yeah. Do you think that it would, like, I just don't see that being the case. Worst case scenario I could see it doing is being like having the hype, like having the energy that like Shang-Chi had, but when you take even just that though and add the Spider-Man element to it, I still feel like that's going to be a more successful movie than 70. Yeah, let's go with 70% of the movies that come out with Marvel, just because Spider-Man is like that, is just like that. So I don't think that it'll be a failure, but to your point, I do hope that the execution can just feel right, especially knowing the next movie we get is Avengers Doomsday. D, you got any feedback?
Nolan symbiote for sequel or Doomsday sets up Goddamn.
Yeah, I was just reading Kaisho guy's comment, but I was looking at more Amadeus Shaw wasn't retains his intelligence as the Hulk, so I think they might stick with Bruce Banner as the.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
As the Savage Hulk, because like Rob said, having Mr. Negative in there affecting his mind, I think that'd be a great route to take. Spider-Man's fighting the Sinister Six or something. But like he did mention, they did bring in Null, and isn't he like part of every universe, or he sits in between universes or something like that?
Technically, he's every part of everyone, if I'm not mistaken.
So there's only like one Null, I'm assuming, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So he's not a multiversal type.
In the Sony, but see, that's that Sony stuff right there.
No, but even
in the comic, but isn't there?
In the movie, wasn't Null like he was like we went in the place between universes, and that's when they were going back to the Sony universe when they came from Marvel?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure in the comics there's only been one Null, because Null was there when there was complete and utter darkness in the universe.
Yeah, but when you get to Carnage's most recent run, Carnage defeated another form of Null. It was a Null from another universe, and he became a King of Black. In the Carnage run, he became like, how once you defeat Null, like you gain the ability to kind of like control all the symbiotes and all of that. That was the only power that Carnage didn't have at the point, so he went on like this whole mission to get that power, and he ended up going to another universe where it was the exact same Null that Eddie Brock faced, but it wasn't the same Null that Eddie Brock faced. And that was in I don't think Danny Cates did that, but let me see if I can find the Carnage run.
Yeah, it's I just read it's multiple Nulls, so maybe they're gonna use a different one, but I do like the having Hulk as the end credit scene. Be a dope end credit scene having a Savage Hulk. And I do hope if they do introduce the Sinister Six that none of them get like killed. I wouldn't want that to happen. But with Sadie Sink, y'all think she really playing Mayday? She'd be a whole character entirely.
It could, because it's all still rumor, right?
Yeah, but they wouldn't cast a redhead to be. Wouldn't they? Maybe they're just throwing us off to be like, oh, people don't think it's Mary Jane, even though he already got an MJ. It's like,
yeah, that's where it's weird because it's like, yeah, if you getting this redhead character and it's not Mary Jane, who else would it be? I know that before they were saying maybe it's an X-Men, and they were saying it would be what's her name?
Jean Grey,
Mayday Parker.
Jean Grey and Spider-Man.
I think it's far-fetched. That was like one of the really early rumors that they had because they knew that she was a redhead and they knew that they already had a Mary Jane. So to that point, if it's not somebody like Jean Grey, which I agree, I think that would be a little too much anyways, who in the Marvel Spider-Man universe would kind of fit that aesthetic? And that's why I could see where the Mayday makes sense, because even if and that's the thing too, it doesn't, even though MJ in this universe is Zendaya, we have seen other Spider-Men from other universes. So, and they would traditional like redheadish Mary Janes, and the other iteration, at least that's Tobey Maguire's iteration. It could be Tobey Maguire's daughter. So it's a possibility, you know, we already have had Tobey Maguire introduced into this Spider-Man world. Why couldn't his daughter get introduced?
Dang, but that's a lot of multiversal shit for Tom Holland Spider-Man. He just had the crazy multiverse movie, though.
But we in the multiversal saga.
This is what Sony wanted too. Marvel wanted to keep it a street level comic book film. That's what everybody was requesting.
I keep forgetting. I thought they had don't they have all the rights to Spider-Man now?
Who, Sony?
Marvel.
Absolutely not. No, they just have the toy.
That's a huge fight.
The toy and TV rights, but for live action at least, Sony has all of the rights, TV and movie wise. That's why
Sony not gonna let them niggas have no control.
Yeah, not at all. Marvel, Spider-Man has made them too much money. Even the shitty fucking films that they have created, somehow, some way, has still made them money.
Rob, also the reference that I'm to kind of, I know you've been reading comic books, so every time I mention it, I just kind of want to give you what the comic book is. The Carnage run that I'm talking about, where he has that whole King of Black thing, is from L. Ewing's Venom War, which came out last year. Yeah, so that you could peep that one. Sorry to interrupt you. Keep going.
No, you good. Supposedly the story is going to be based on a Spider Island type of thing. So if you're familiar with that in the comics, that is also speculation into the matter of what this Spider-Man 4 film could be. That Kaisho guy just responded, I mean, if they're going that route, then Into the Spider-Verse maybe can in the MCU. I believe it is.
I kind of want to lean on that it is. Personally, I think it's the easiest way to start introducing more of these variants.
It technically is, because if it wasn't, they wouldn't have had Childish Gambino playing the Prowler in one of the Spider-Verse films. So they're technically already connected. They just did it in a sly manner, just in case if they do need to renege on the negotiations and take back their character, Sony-wise at least. But I think they're already connected as is. So, and I think that's probably going to be one of their main ways that they're going to bring a Miles Morales into the fold, potentially. I don't know. Well, that's just speculation. Nonetheless, I'm super excited about what we're hearing from these films now. We have Fantastic Four right over the horizon. We have super shit on the horizon as well, and we can all watch James Gunn fuck this shit up together.
I'm still hoping that we wrong. I don't think that we are, but I'm still just really hoping we are.
I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt. It's too much silly shit going on in that goddamn eyes up here, bruh. Who the fuck? You know? Okay.
It's not my Superman.
That nigga super shit. Lord have
mercy. I feel like even now, like with the trailer dropping, we haven't really been getting TV spots. We've been getting the same shit with it, but it's there's not much of that story that's been given in TV spots or even just flashes from Superman where it's getting people hyped. Like, bro, that should come out in 2 months, and you're competing with Fantastic Four that has put out TV spots with the NBA about the playoffs. That's been doing all other type of shit. It's like, where is Superman, nigga?
Nowhere. Niggas already got this already writing it on the wall. It's already the writing on the wall. They looking at this shit like, hey, Fantastic Four pulling the numbers. Even though I guess the last Superman trailer did pull in a lot of numbers, I'm actually curious now what the numbers are in comparison to each other.
Yo, T, you got that list we made when we did what these movies were going to have at the box office?
Let me see if I can find that in just a moment.
Fantastic Four did come out with a new TV spot as well.
Kai Show guy said that movie flops.
Super shit? Yeah. Thinking so.
Yeah, Superman's gonna do.
Superman did get 8 million more views in their trailer.
But it's Superman, nigga. Like the first superhero. Come on,
Yeah. This is the first family, though. I mean, if that.
Yeah, but people don't be like, oh, Fantastic.
Fantastical. What was that shit you said before?
Oh shit, I forgot. Oh, with Antonio Banderas.
Quattro Fantastico.
Oh, we ain't even hear. Yeah, I feel like Fantastic Four gonna be done. We ain't hear how Galactus sound. We ain't got a clue about what they doing. But Superman, yeah, we done heard damn near every character talk so far. We even seen the Justice Gang in the Peacemaker trailer.
Oh, the Fantastic
Four.
Taking
the copy out of the fucking Deadpool book. You mean to tell Peacemaker applied to be in the Justice League on some Deadpool shit? Come on, y'all.
Yeah, they have only shown 5 people in their damn trailers, damn near, in the Fantastic Four trailers. The Fantastic Four, 6, Silver Surfer, and Galactus. We don't know nobody else that could be potentially in that film. Superman trailer dropped everybody all at once. You know who all is in this fucking film off the get-go, straight off this trailer.
Yeah, nothing funny hidden unnecessarily.
Yeah, it feels like they're doing that for a reason because they're trying to reach for as many fucking nostalgia.
James Gunn, he know if I show them some of these other characters before they end the movie,
it's over.
They not going.
It's over. Folks are probably question why we feel this way. I feel like in that trailer when Superman is getting pissed off because the president would be pissed at his actions, and that nigga have a fucking temper tantrum, I feel like at that point I tuned out of the rest of that fucking trailer. I'm not gonna lie. My Superman is not getting pissed off and having a bitch fit just because the president of the United States don't agree with him. My Superman will always know that niggas in higher ups probably won't always agree with him. It don't negate the fact that what he needs to get done still needs to get done, nigga.
Yeah.
This nigga have a bitch fit to Lois. This nigga
it's
over
like,
here
who
talking
is he?
too much to Lois while the city is in dire straits.
It does not feel like Superman.
Why is this nigga putting his boots on one by one when this nigga was getting suited up in a fucking phone booth in 2 seconds?
Bro, see, that was one gripe I had. I'm like, yo, I don't understand him being a journalist and having the suit on underneath his work clothes because you're just gonna look dumb. It's like, granted, his identity should have been revealed anyway. Because if you have to save somebody off rip, you're not gonna run and put a suit on unless it takes you 1 second to put it on in the phone booth, like how they used to do. That nigga getting ready in his apartment like he going to work a night shift, and then kissing his shorty, it was like, yeah, this nigga serious.
He don't even care about the danger. What Superman don't care about the impeding danger, the apocalyptic conditions that you have to face outside. That Superman is like, bro, especially, and that's the part that annoyed me, because if you go to the comic book that this is supposed to be based off of, right? Like and Superman knew he was clipped, he was dying, and he was like, Lois, I ain't about to do this with you. I gotta go save some people right now. That's how he get down. Like at the end of the day, yeah, he loved Lois. If she in danger or something like that, yeah, he always know where she at and can hear her scream. Yeah, all right, cool, all of that. But for him to just be, she ain't got no danger. She probably in the safest place she could possibly be in, and he like, yeah, let me take my time getting ready and make out with you. Come on, fam, that's not my Superman.
Super shit, man. I'm about to read this All-Star Superman. If this nigga don't fucking line up into this
He
All-Star
don't.
Superman shit, I promise you, James Gunn, this will be your last fucking movie, brother. Last one.
No, I mean, he hasn't done a lot of wrong. He hasn't. I wouldn't like hate him for it. He didn't want to do Superman. Originally, he said, I don't relate to the character Superman. It's hard for me to find ways to relate to this character. So I don't want to do a film on Superman because of that. And he just 180'd that. It may have just been he needed to stick with his original intuition in regards to this specific character. Now, that's not to say that James Gunn can't make a successful character in another area, but maybe it's just not in Superman, and that is fine if that's the case.
He do good with funny niggas. I'm not trying to look for funny shit with Superman, brother.
I guarantee you, it's gonna be some goofy shit in here, bro. From Superman and Clark Kent, it's gonna be some goofy.
Yeah, not shit. Normal, goofy.
Like, I'm looking for goofy shit from The Flash. I'm not looking from that shit from fucking Superman, bro.
Like, Superman got funny moments, but it's like the same type of funny moments that you kind of see or expect from like Captain America. Like, he might make a quick little jab joke here or there, or he might comment on something in a way where he being serious, but the way that he say it kind of comes off in a humorous way. But for him to be like cracking jokes, like on the same level of somebody like Plastic Man, nah, that's not Superman.
Not my Superman. All right. Nonetheless,
Kai Show. Sorry to interrupt you, but I just wanted to read the comment that Kai Show guy had here. He said James Gunn can only make characters that have human elements. He can't make gods. Am I reading that right? He can't do gods like stoic. He can't do God like stoic characters. Yeah, I agree.
We had the.
I just don't think it's his bag, and it's okay, bro. Like, I think that's that narcissism with him. Like, why can't it be okay that this isn't your bag? You could make 7, 8 different characters in the DC universe that could be within your bag, and you do a great job with that. Why do you have to? Yeah, like,
that nigga, he should have just made a Booster Gold movie if he wanted.
Yeah, something in that vanity, and that might have been a really good movie, and a movie that could have helped to push some more characters in the DC universe. But I think that's the thing, is he got on this high horse. Guardians of the Galaxy started rolling everybody. That's why I hate how much everybody just like overly applauds Guardians of the Galaxy, because it's like y'all the reason for his head being as big as it is. Like, y'all told him he can't do no wrong for 3 consecutive movies. And it's not that the movies were bad. They were good. But you did for 3 consecutive movies. All you did was just say, oh, everything is perfect. Guardians of the Galaxy is the greatest. And it's like, nah, bro, this is where you want to be critical. So that way a person don't go and be like, oh, yeah, I could do every movie. We should have been more critical of James Gunn.
For sure.
That Kai Show guy, honestly, he could do a good Teen Titans movie. I could see.
Yeah, for sure. Everything is his bag.
You got an Animal and Beast Boy. You got the Heart. You could do Cyborg. You could do Raven, because she's reminiscent to Nebula in the way they be acting sometimes in the movies and TV shows. But Superman, nigga, no.
But Superman, bro, and mind you, again, he said it's not my bag. That was his own words, and he still went ahead and did this movie. He could have just been a producer on it and got a director that kind of fit, like Kai Show guy said here, somebody who fits the better fits at making better films around stoic godlike characters, he could have just did that. He was like, no, I gotta produce this, I gotta direct it, I'm putting my dog in it. What?
My brother in it.
My brother in it? Come on, bro.
And then I'm just gonna recycle the same shit that niggas have been accustomed to when seeing a Superman film. Always Lex Luthor, no Brainiac, no Darkseid. Niggas been waiting for that for years. No mention of these niggas. You want to keep recycling the same talking points, and I swear to Jesus on high, if I see a cancel culture based theme and the niggas that's doing this shit that's supposedly canceling Superman is a band of fucking monkeys, like the rumors have been saying,
that is not true.
I'm blowing up this nigga shit myself.
That can't be true. I hope not. It's enough other elements to focus on in this movie to where they just don't need an element like that. I don't think that. I'm really hoping that that's not real.
You had the closest opportunity to create one of the craziest storylines with Darkseid, and niggas really just said
they not. You know what though? Marvel or DC isn't ready for that though. Like they gotta show consistency first. Again, if we go back to Marvel, it's not like Marvel brought Thanos out off rip. They saw that they had a couple of movies under their belt that were like consecutively good movies. Even if there were some duds in there, there still was a decent amount of good movies that came out. Then they had that, they culminated that up to an Avengers movie that was good and successful. DC need to be able to build up like that before they do any film where they introduce in a character as big as Darkseid, because that's somebody who should not disappoint. If you disappointing people with the other characters, the less powerful characters and smaller characters, if that's all that DC can give us at this current point, just imagine what they would do with the Darkseid. Kaisho guy said, problem with DC is they tried to compete with Marvel's Infinity Saga.
Too soon.
That's not their role. They got to know to stay in their lane, and I completely agree. They refuse to stay in their lane. Just figure it out. Figure out what works best for you.
I think that was Warner Bros. Too, because I feel like Zack Snyder wanted to take his time. I think he understood and realized that it would need to be a slow burn to combine all of these various characters within the universe. That's why I think we had such good films from the get-go. You had the Man of Steel film, you had the first Wonder Woman film, which people thought was pretty good as well. And then Warner Brothers came in and was like, well, Marvel was doing Infinity War. We need a big event. That's why they did a Batman versus Superman, and then just plugged in hella different people that didn't necessarily even need to be a part of this shit.
Yeah. And his Batman versus Superman, he came out and it was like he only wanted to do Superman movies. But he was like, if they do Justice League or something else down the road, that could be for someone else. I just want to focus on the Superman mythos. But they was like, nah, like Man of Steel was decent, add Batman. Actually add Wonder Woman so we can kickstart the Justice League. And then nigga was like, I want to do a Man of Steel 2 movie where I can just still build on Henry Cavill's story. Because Justice League was supposed to be like how James Gunn is doing Gods and Monsters. The Justice League movie we got, all this is supposed to be part of Superman's story. That's why we get Darkseid. But they was like, nah, nigga, like you need to rush this shit because we need that Avengers money rolling.
Not knowing that it took years on years in order for Marvel to be able to build up to this.
Kaisho guy has said, which led to that whole half-ass Justice League movie. It was really just to cash a check. Absolutely agree with that. And then also first Wonder Woman film was actually good. I do agree with that. I think that there were good elements that they were introducing, like to Sage's point. There were some moments in there that were good, but they rushed, like you said. They were trying to get to that Infinity Saga feel that Marvel was doing, that they just rushed everything. They weren't listening to their directors. They probably weren't listening to some of the producers that did have success as well. And what we got is what we got.
Sadly. Now we'll never get to see Darkseid for the foreseeable future.
I don't know what's going to happen with DC, and I feel like Superman flopping is really going to complicate things.
bro. And these costumes, we keep talking about these costumes, bro. We had these niggas in the best fucking dog in the best costume bro. We not getting like we had Darkseid with the Omega symbol fucking branded in his chest. Like we about to get the dumbest shit with James.
Yeah.
If he make one.
Amanda Waller shouldn't be funny. I know that there was talks about doing Amanda Waller. That shouldn't be a funny show. That should actually be a serious show with a lot of stakes in it, and that would be something again.
Shit too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why is Viola Davis still Amanda Waller? Like, why this nigga should have really re the whole joint, bro? That's really pissing me off.
I don't hate her as Amanda Waller though. I
think
don't.
she's a great
I
do get
Amanda Waller. I'm just saying, like, for him to only keep the people that he's worked with for the Peacemaker shit and the Suicide Squad and shit that he worked on, it's like, bro, like,
it's a narcissistic element to James Gunn.
Exactly. Yeah, I hate that nigga.
That Warner Brothers is treating James Gunn like Crunchyroll was slobbing all over Solo Leveling. in my humble opinion. That kind of show guy, like that 10 years was golden, referring to Marvel's 10 years leading up to Infinity War. I would never forget leaving that theater after Infinity War, boy. Yeah, like that shit is just... when you slow burn it like that and actually build up these characters by themselves, and then you get the crossover event, like they were doing a great job. Superman, Wonder Woman, you got two of the mainstay characters. If they would have came out with a Ben Affleck Batman, that shit would have fed families for years. And if they would have, I don't know what you would have needed to do with the Flash, but get a new actor, kill that nigga off, and bring a multiversal Flash in. So that's another one.
That's exactly. Yeah,
Wally West, like that'd have been cold.
Just slow. That's the thing. They need, with the DC characters, you have to take a different approach. They should have just slow walked it and tried to see, like, test some things out before it gets to us, as opposed to just trying to play keep up with Marvel. You should have just kind of had more trials and error. You should have had a lot of things written on the board that were like crossed out before it finally get to us. Like, you really got to sit there with a lot of the DC characters. A lot of them it's a different type of nuance between the DC characters and the Marvel characters. Like Iron Man for Marvel is relatively a simple concept to come up with. It's like billionaire guy, got a company, has a level of humor to him, and is in an iron suit. You can flesh that out. You'll have an easier time fleshing that out than you will somebody like the Flash, even as an example. Like the Flash is going to be difficult because, okay, how do we introduce speed? Okay, how do we introduce how he, like, everything that he does with his suit? Because we know, like, with the traditional Flash, like, he has that suit and a ring. So it's like, okay, if you see that when you looking at the source material for a Flash movie, you're like, yo, how are we about to have this whole ring suit thing happen? You got to, like, really think about that element. You got to think about, like, what elements of the comic book are we going to be able to show versus which ones aren't we going to show. You got a budget that you got to work around with all of these things as well. Again, with Marvel, it's like, okay, we didn't have the biggest budget when we did Iron Man 1, but, like, he got this Mark 1 suit that's, like, Tin Man from Wizard of Oz, pretty much. We could do our take on that. That's not going to kill our CGI budget too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to look at what is going to help you with all of the out exterior and realistic elements that you got to face when you're making a movie. You got to think about what's going to actually help you. And with James Gunn, it feels like what they trying to do is they trying to pull the Marvel humor bag as like a veil over your face. So it's like, if we put enough comedic moments in here, could that redeem where we don't necessarily want to flesh out certain CGI aspects, or we don't want to flesh out certain character roles because of runtime? Can we just interject the humor into that to make up for it? Bless you. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it. I did think that the Creature Commandos, to T's point, T always brings this up. I did think Creature Commandos was pretty good, but again, that's James Gunn's bag. It's fine when it's his bag. Dude, it's fine when it's your bag, but you don't need to make everything your bag. You need to be, if he really cared about the content more so than he did his own personal wishes for the DC universe, he would really be going out there trying to get like, I'm like, look, if y'all want me to be the head of all of this, I'm going to need a team of writers for Superman. I'm going to need a team of writers for the Flash, because the stuff that we've had in the past, we're going to need multiple input and viewpoints in order to get this right. This is the first superhero, to D's point earlier. This is the first superhero. We're going to need to spend a lot of time thinking about this, let alone actually creating it and molding it. And he just, I don't know.
I think at one point we could all agree with, and then we can leave off on here. The moment DC leaves Warner Bros. Is the moment they'll actually start to acquire some type of clout in the movie industry. The TV might change.
As long as you got Batman, that's never going to happen.
Yeah.
How long has DC been with Warner Brothers? I know it's longer than Disney and Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
They might have, since they started doing, that might go back to like Christopher Reeves, that it was with Warner Brothers. So
Over
it's like
58 years.
See what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? They not going nowhere. They not going anywhere. You know how many billions of dollars DC done made Warner Brothers, even with all of these failures? Billions.
Yo, we gonna be old as shit if we gonna see the same fucking thing for Spider-Man and Sony.
I hope not, but
That's a fact.
the way it's going, yeah.
But all right, y'all. Thank you, that Kai Show guy, as always, for popping in. You the MVP for this stream, so
yes,
give up a clap for that Kai Show guy. We greatly appreciate you for stopping on by. Again, y'all, we usually on here around Sundays or Mondays around 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It could be in between 7 to 8 p.m., to be honest with you. We appreciate y'all again. Please hit that like and subscribe button if you're following us from the YouTube side. And the noti bell as well. If you're from the Twitch side, hit that follow button and subscribe if y'all can. We greatly appreciate all the support. Again, we shall be coming with you with some new content later on this week with the DreamCon. We might do some live streams. We might have some questions for all of our cohorts that will be there at the con. Most definitely going to be taking some pictures, videos of all of the behind the scenes and everything that we can, as well as probably some nightlife as well, so everybody can live vicariously through us. We appreciate y'all again for stopping on by. As this nigga T is knocked out, he might not even plug up
and
the end T T.
I know how to wake him up. Let me play his theme song.
T.
That might be in the dream.
See, this about to be the fucking thumbnail too.
It need to be.
It's most definitely about to be the fucking thumbnail too.
Is he asleep or is he
That
frozen?
need to be the name of the episode. Is T sleep or is T frozen?
Yeah.
That nigga hear us, bro.
That nigga is knocked. He don't hear a
knocked.
damn thing. Let me call this nigga. Hold on.
Only Squad Nero podcast, or one of the
Only on Squad
podcasters
Nero
goes to
podcast.
sleep. Give me sleep for 400, Alex.
I was wondering. I was like, that nigga not yapping like how he used to. Something must be afoot.
Either that or he be on a Dexter's Laboratory.
This nigga just knocked out.
Nigga said a foot.
D might be right. He might be frozen.
Nah, that nigga is knocked. I can still see the damn screen.
But you
changing.
have some
I
movement.
see him breathing type shit.
Yeah, I see it now too.
I see him breathing type. T.
Man, he sleep like a freeze frame.
OD, man.
That's what
That
happened when you
Orlando
a father. There it is. There you go.
That ain't no dad sleep. That's Mr.
That nigga sat up.
He pondering to the world.
That nigga sat up as if he was thinking about some shit. You ain't slick.
You should have got he the cloud background.
You ain't slick, nigga.
Remember that cloud background that we used to take with
He trying to
the.
hold this shit back. See, we're done. I already did my outro and everything. You said you ain't gotta say a fucking word.
I want all the smoke. Yeah, running trash bags of that green. Whipping fast, the whip color of cocaine. I'm independent, they in this minute to start these dreams. On the road to riches, focus on the ticket, maximize my means. It's like now I'm just trying to float. There's a couple holes up in this boat. Dose my mind just so I can quote. They focus on the dollar, feel like I'm a migrant.